Hey everybody, Dan here with Fin Feather for Outfitters. Today we're looking at a new release from Springfield Armory. They dropped it today. It's called the Hellcat 380. Now, the Hellcat line has expanded so extensively with the Hellcat Pros, the various colors, the comp or the ports, the threaded barrel models, you name it. But they are yet to come out with a 380 until today. And the advantage here is that the 380 is softer shooting. We're going to talk all about this because there are some things that make this different than what we are used to with the 9mm models, and I think you'll be impressed. And if you're a fan of 380, you probably will dig this because that round has made a comeback, so let's do it. The Springfield Armory Hellcat in 380 offers, as I mentioned, soft shooting, less recoil, less muzzle rise. Yeah, the round's more expensive, but it does offer some benefits. Let's check out the recoil spring assembly. Not with our eyes, but with the lighter weight of the recoil spring. When I charge that compared to the 9mm, there is a big difference. And those forward serrations certainly help. Okay, we see that on both these models. But this is a heavier charge. Is it overly heavy? No, but some people have hands that aren't as strong. But the recoil spring is easier to charge the gun, and the 380 is easier to shoot. There is less muzzle rise. And I have heard people say the Hellcat is snappy. Okay, that's a slang term that has taken effect by many people when they don't like the recoil. This is not recoil intensive at all. Now, the Hellcat itself is a phenomenal handgun. It has the adaptive grip texturing. It comes with the same magazine capacity of 11 and 13 rounds. I'll just go ahead and show you this. It comes in a cardboard box that has become so common with Springfield. And then the 13 round mag, the 11 round mag, and if you want a flat base plate, the way this is, primarily for carry, you don't lose a round. You just lose that extension, and that's what you get, a flat base plate that reduces the printing. But I love the trigger action. It's very nice, very common with the Hellcat models. Decent reset. It's optics ready, OSP, and it has the U-notch and tritium rear sight if you decide to go with iron sights. 3-inch barrel, easy disassemble, phenomenal handgun. They have made their way into a common name in terms of CCW, Hellcat. It's very popular. But the 380 model, which has the same capacity, it performs great. When I took this to the range, I said, man, you know, I'm more of a 9mm guy, but I could get into this. All right. And one of the things that we'll notice is that this is a crossbreed holster for the 9mm. Okay. 380 wasn't even around when this was developed, but it works perfect. All right, so one of the things you'll get is holster compatibility with the 380 model. Also, it is lighter by quite a bit, and then when you load it up with ammo, you'll see that it's lighter even further. The unloaded weight is 16.54 ounces. Now, the website says 16 ounces, but don't forget, you have the optic on there. This is a Shield OMS SC. But the optic adds a little bit of weight. So 16.54. This unloaded in 9mm is 17.85 ounces. So it's a little bit heavier. Not a lot, but over an ounce. Once you add up 11 rounds in here, it's only 20.35 ounces. That is light. Over here, 23 ounces. So you're noticing quite a bit of a difference in weight. And then if we look at the mags, we will see This is an obvious point, but it's worth showing anyhow. The 9mm is wider, which also makes the grip just a hair thinner. So if you have small hands, you will certainly dig this. Springfield slimmed down the top strap. You could feel it when you do a press check like that compared to this. But if we take a look, you can see it's a little bit thinner with the black 380 model. Overall, both great handguns, no doubt about it. But I shot these side by side, and the recoil difference is pretty substantial. Let's take a look at that. I have the Hellcat 9mm, the Hellcat 380. Let's do a recoil comparison. We'll start with the 9mm into the berm. All right, and now we'll check out the 380. The Springfield Armory Hellcat in 380 is the same price as the 9mm, right around $630, but it is optics ready. Now, if you go with the irons, you have a very nice sight picture. This is a Shield OMS SC. It has this plastic cover there. The idea there is to give it more sensitive to the auto brightness. All right, it'll be more active with auto brightness, more consistent with the conditions perhaps. You can see the difference in the cut of the optic itself, but not a bad optic. It's 4 MOA. It's also available in 8 MOA, which is a little different from Shield. Usually I think that's a 2 MOA. So anyhow, it's a decent setup. When I carry, I go irons, and I know many people do. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It has that availability if that is your choice. But there it is. They're dropping it today. It's lighter. It's easier to shoot. It's got a softer recoil spring for charging, and it's no more expensive than the other Hellcats out there. Once again, Dane here with Fin Feather for Outfitters. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.